Good morning. No, good afternoon. I am so glad to see you. I'm live and in person today. And I am so glad to be here. I have waited to see you all morning long. Now, we're going to be talking about spring, all things spring today. And we have some hopping good visitors. But first of all, I have a couple of questions to ask you. Number one, where are you seeing me from? Is it like springtime there? Or are you having snow and ice? Or hopefully not any big rainstorms and flooding. We had that this weekend. And is it getting to be a little bit warmer, or is it still like 9 or 10 degrees? It is chilly here, as you can tell. I'm wrapped up like the proverbial Christmas turkey. That's an old Southern saying. But anyway, wherever you're from and what your weather is like, just let me know. I love to hear from you. I want to know what's going on in your world now that I've told you about, turkeys and flooding and stuff like that. We have a beautiful day today. It's quite chilly for us down here in the south. It was 20-something degrees, but it's warming up. So we're ready to exercise our fingers, and we're going to paint today. Well, not with real forever paints. We're going to be using my favorites, pastels. And you know why we're going to paint with this. Because this is pure paint pigment. But it's in a nice hard sort of state here for us. And we're going to have a big time because we're going to visit with the Nutbrown Hare and little Nutbrown Hare today. So let's get started. Now, you can pick out whatever color paper you want so long as it's not brown. You cannot have brown because we are going to have a brown rabbit here. Now this is a rabbit. This is not a bunny. As you can see, he has very long ears. He doesn't have those rounded ears. And he is tall. And he doesn't have a tail that just goes boop like a powder puff. No, he doesn't. Now, take into consideration, this is my practice drawing. We're going to, excuse me, we're going to sort of refine this and make it just really pretty. And it won't be just, okay, now where do I put his ears, and what about his whiskers, and how many flowers? We're not going to worry about stuff like that. We're going to take our time, and we're going to chat while we're painting today. So, I've picked out pale blue construction paper. Now you can use, this color green, spring green, or any other color. Make it light though. You could use pink or yellow. Those are great colors for spring. And these are the colors that I have chosen for the actual pastel. So we have a blue for the sky, greens, greens for the plants, as you see here. And we have a white for maybe his chest or his tail. And we have the all-important brown, a nut brown, and a dark brown. All right, here we go.
I'm going to move you up just a little bit so everybody can see the bottom part.
There we go. Now that we're placed where we should be placed, we're going to get started. Let's go ahead and get Nutbrown Hare drawn. Okay, now little Nutbrown Hare is not with him. he is going to explain to his son later on exactly what he's doing. So while we paint, we're going to talk about it. So let's start with his back. Excuse Nana clearing her throat so much. It is still cold time. This is this part of the bunny rabbit. And then we're going to get some long ears. Now, these ears do not stand straight. They don't stand straight up. They kind of lay down. And I always want to put a point on the end of the ear, but that's just not right. It's rounded there. And we've got his second ear, Nutbrown's second ear. So you see, they're not going boing straight up like the Cadbury bunny. No, this is not a tryout for the candy. This is all about the story. Now, in this story, if I'm not mistaken, now you need to read it and let me know if I'm wrong. But Nutbrown, Big Nutbrown, he is going to tell his son all about what happens when you spread seeds in the spring. Now, what do you think happens? Do they just fly up in the air and you clap and say, "Oh, look, little helicopters"? No, silly people, not at all. Now, here is Nutbrown's face there, okay? One thing that you could exchange this color for a black if you prefer a black nose. But you see this dark brown is going to be dark enough to where his nose shows up real well, okay? Now, here we go. We're going to go ahead and put his arms out. Now, he doesn't have real muscular arms. These are regular garden, I would say, bunny rabbits. They're not bunny rabbits. Why do I keep calling them that? This is a hare. Okay? He looks like he's going to be catching raindrops, but he's not. Now, we're going to get his chest and his tummy. There we go. And we're going to get down here to his feet. Now, these hares, or rabbits, they have great big feet. It helps them to run very fast. And we're going to put in the second one right here, right beside it. And I'm going to move my hand in just a minute so you can see just a suggestion of toes. There. And here we go with that controversial. Do you know what that word means? His tail. Is it really a fluffy powder puff tail? Or is it a tail that maybe means business, like helping steer him? All right. Now, here's his thigh muscle. That really helps him run fast. All right. Now, this is where we'll save time. Take your nut brown color, put it on its side, and we're going to fill in the brown here. Now watch what I'm doing, okay? Because I want you to leave some part of it uncolored, okay? Because we're going to put in some white and make him really look like the nut brown hair. Okay, now he has just a little bit of brown around his ears. There I go trying to make a point. There. Now, remember we put the brown on the nose? Well, let's put the brown on for the eye. And it's really far back on its head. It's not right up here next to his nose like a kitty cat at all. And these garden rabbits or wild rabbits or hares, they actually have whiskers. Whoops, that one went kind of far up. But you know how forgiving pastels are. Okay. Now, we're going to take our white and we're going to fill in some of the white. You see, I'm just going around and around in circles. I do that a lot personally. But this, we're going to have a white foot, mostly white foot. Take your all-important finger that helps to smooth it in, your painter finger. And I forgot to color his arm. Oh my goodness, he's not going to be able to work. All right, let's color his arm. Actually, these are two arms because he's going to be holding dandelions. There. Now, I'm going to take the dark brown and I'm going to define or outline this hare. He's very important because he's got a lot to say. So I'm outlining him. And you see how you can really make him easier to see when you outline him. And here's his tail. And here goes his back. And his ears, no points on the ears. And the head. You can take some pink if you like and put here in the middle of his ear. I don't know how he would feel about that. You would have to have a discussion with him to see if he wants a pink on the inside of his ear, or should you just leave it alone. All right, now we're going to talk about what the Nutbrown Hare is trying to show his son about how much does he love him. Okay, here is a dandelion. Now, I made this dandelion kind of big and long. It's up to you how you want to do it. I probably am going to make it a little bit shorter. There is the center of the dandelion, and I'm going to take my white and there we go. All right, now he is going to tell his son that he loves him more than spring things that you do in springtime. You look it up in the book and see if I'm right. And he has blown some seeds up into the air off of the dandelion. Okay? Now you can take your dark brown and put little stems, little bitty stems, so they really do look like little parachutes. And they're going to be going all over the forest. And when they come to a really soft sort of dirt and it's very fertile, they will settle down slowly. And then over a couple of days, they will plant themselves. And more dandelions will come. So the daddy hare is saying, I love you more than things that happen in the spring. Now, he is standing on some grass. And I'm going to make a two-tone grass because I think it's pretty. You can make your grass, solid green. I want to see your pictures. That is the biggest joy that I get out of these lessons, is getting to see what you have painted yourself and your proud smile. So stand beside your pictures, your paintings, and let me see what you look like and what you painted. Now let's put some dandelions down here. And they're easy, remember? You just go like this. Make sort of like firecrackers. Exploding firecrackers, because they are filled with seeds. All these little leaves here have seeds on them, just like these. Okay. Now, you can just spend time with this, and you can make leaves on the dandelions, and you can make some more grass. Look at there. See? You can really make a pretty picture. Now, I know he's on a blue piece of paper, and so you think, well, that's the sky there behind him. Well, okay, let's just put in a little bit of sky here. Now, let me show you how you can make clouds without using white. There's a cloud there. Look at that. Look what you could do. Isn't this fun? And you can make another one there. And you can make another one down here. And that's all there is to it. So, look at your painting and see if there's anything you've forgotten. I forgot his tail. He needed to have a white tail. Okay. And I think instead of pink, I'm going to make some white there on the inside of his ear. So these are really powerful lessons that the big Nutbrown Hare is telling young Nutbrown Hare, or little. So I want you to finish your painting and take a photo, and you can share it right in the comments of this video. And I want you to join us at the clubhouse at chalkpastel.com. We have so much fun, and we have so many wonderful nature type spring lessons that I know that you will enjoy. Now, most important, which one of these colors is your favorite color today? I think I'm going to have dark green. So you sign your name here in the corner. I want to see some either initials or your whole name in the photo that you send to me to see your work. And then you flip it over and you name your picture. You always name your picture. You can name it Big Nutbrown Hare or Springtime Picture or whatever you prefer. You're the artist and today's date. So you can look back and say, oh, I did that on March the 7th. So this has been such fun. And I know that you had a good time too. I want to see some big smiles in your photos. You come back and we'll paint again together soon. And always, always, always remember, you are an artist.
Be sure to join Cindy West over on her Our Journey Westward page for a spring nature study coming up next. We look forward to seeing your photos.